about money and prices now. But don't you ever look at these banknotes and wonder where they come from? Well,
lovingly tended, the money orchards are ready for harvest in late September.
Yeah, sure. It really comes from here, the Bank of England in London. No ordinary bank. You can't open a savings account here, and there are no cash points.
the Bank of England, the Bank of Banks. This is the bank that controls the printing and issuing of banknotes. They also lend money to high street banks across the United Kingdom. And when they lend them money, they charge them interest.
It's in this room they decide how much interest to charge. The top people in the bank sit around the table and discuss it.
What are you whispering for?
The decision they reach in here is really important because the interest rate the Bank of England charges the banks will affect the interest rate the banks choose to charge their customers, like us.
Remember how important the interest rate is? It affects how people spend. High interest rates, people save more and spend less. Borrowing money becomes expensive and they get more interest on their savings. Low interest rates, people spend more. Saving doesn't pay so well and borrowing is cheaper. So by changing the interest rate, the Bank of England can have an effect on how much money people spend across the UK.
And because what people spend affects prices, the Bank of England can use the interest rate to stop prices rising too much and control inflation.
Think of it like this. Imagine a computer game and the Bank of England has the controls. The aim of the game? To control inflation. If inflation goes too high or too low, it's game over. And the Bank of England controls inflation by gradually raising and lowering interest rates as they watch what people are doing with their money. Put interest rates up to reduce the amount people spend and cool down inflation. Put interest rates down to get people spending a bit more.
Of course, it isn't quite that simple, and lots of people work hard in here every day to keep inflation low.
One of the things they have here is a museum, which tracks the history of the bank from when it was founded in 1694. You can see how money's developed through the ages, as well as things like this. This is an example of the plates that are used to print banknotes. And if you look closely, you could see the design of a £50 note repeated over and over again.
By now, you probably know there's more to money than just how much you've got in your pocket.
What we do with it, whether we borrow, spend or save it, can have a huge effect on prices, inflation and everything that happens around us.
And it's up to this place to make sure things don't get out of hand.
OK, everybody, that's a wrap. Can I have my £10 back, please?
What now? Can't I just keep it a bit longer?